Hey everybody, it's me Sissy. Today I have a quick and easy tutorial showing you how I made face mask for me and my family. If you can sew a straight stitch, you can make these masks. The CDC says a homemade mask is better than not having anything, and this one has a little pocket in it where you can put a filter. You can get HEPA filters, or you can even just put in some coffee filters in there will give you some level of protection. So I'm going to adjust the camera and show you how I made my mask. And I got this from another YouTube video, and I'll put a link to it. It's really simple, so stay tuned. Okay, so first thing we do is I have a piece of cotton fabric, and I've washed it and dried it and ironed it back, and I cut a rectangle 7 inches by 15 inches. And I cut 2 little pieces of bias tape from the same fabric, and they're 1.5 inches by 4 inches long. So I just cut those out of the fabric. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your fabric, and I just did a zigzag stitch along both edges, short edges. Okay, so then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to fold your material in half, and then you're going to measure in 1.5 inches, which will be right here on both sides. And then you're going to take that to the machine, and you're going to sew from the outside edge into your pins, and you're going to leave about a 1/4 inch seam allowance. And then that'll get you a piece of material that looks like this. And you're going to leave a pocket in or a gap in the center. So then we're going to take that to our machine and press it. We're going to press our seam open like that, so it's nice and flat. And then we're going to turn it to the right side. And you see we have a nice flat opening there. We're going to take it back to our machine, and then we're just going to do a little edge trim. We're just going to sew right on the edge. You're going to start at one end, sew through one flap, go all the way to the end, then go on the other side and hem the other side. So, and you're going to get right close to the edge. Okay, so then you're going to take your fabric and you're going to measure this top flap. And if you've got a fabric that has a directional print on it, you want to make sure that one side's going to have the flap on it. See, there's our flap, that's for our filter. Then the other side is going to be the front. This is going to be facing out. So if you have a design, you want to have your design pointed up like this, where the flap is in the back. Then your design will be up like that, because that will be what's over your face. But anyway, we're going to take that and we're going to measure from this seam we made 1/2 inch. And then we're going to go back to our machine and we're going to stitch 1/8 inch all the way around all 4 sides. And then that'll give you a little square that looks like that. And it's stitched all the way around, and it still has our pocket open. Then we're going, oh, I didn't get a pipe cleaner. So then for my nose piece here, you can put a piece of wire or a twist tie or anything metal that's soft metal that's bendable. But I took a twist tie, a pipe cleaner, and cut it, and then on my ends I just folded them in twice, so that way it wouldn't poke out of your fabric. And then you want to take that pipe cleaner and open this top flap up here, and we're just going to slide it to the top just like that, so it's kind of sandwiched in there. And of course you can cut it off so that it'll fit in your pocket. Then you're going to take it back to your machine, and you're going to stitch along that top flap right there, so your pipe cleaner is nice and encased in there, so it won't come out and it won't poke through. So that's just a straight stitch. These are all straight stitches. So then, after we get that pipe cleaner sewn in there, we're going to take our little square and we're going to make some pleats in it. And so this is the front. Okay, this is the front, and your pipe cleaner's at the top, and your pocket is in the back. And you want to make 3 pleats in it. So you want to make sure on the front that your pleats are going down. So you're just going to fold your pleats like that, probably about a 1/2 inch, and you want to make 3 pleats. And after you pleat it, it should come out to be about 3 inches. You want to pin all of those, which I got those pinned here, and then I took them and I ironed them down so they would stay flat. And from this edge to this edge to be about 3 inches. Okay, so then I got that pinned, and once you get it ironed, you can take your pins out, which I found on one side, which I found easier to sew. Then you're going to take that to your machine and take your little piece of bias trim, and you're going to look for the back side with the flap, the part with the flap in it, and you're going to lay your material face down on the edge. So you got right sides to right sides on the back side. And you can see it's kind of sticking over the edge, so you're going to flip it over and you're going to fold it in on both ends, and then you're just going to take it and stitch along this edge. And you're going to do that on both sides, and then you're going to, when you get it sewed, you're going to fold those edges out. So then you have, looks like this, these little pieces on the end here. And this is going to be the channel where you're going to put your elastic. So then we're going to just take this and press it down so it's nice and flat. And then we're going to fold this over one time and then fold it over again and take it to our machine, and we're just going to stitch right along that edge on both sides, and we'll get a piece that looks like this. See, so then we're going to take our 1/4 inch elastic. That's the best size to use. I have some bigger one, but it's kind of rough on your ears. And then you're gonna, I'm just using this big sewing needle. You can use a safety pin. And anyway, you just want to put it through the edge of your mask. You might have to work it a little bit. Get it through. And I believe I cut my elastic 8 inches. And I know elastic is kind of hard to find. A friend of mine found some on Amazon, and we ordered a big roll so we can make a lot of masks. Somebody said that you could find elastic in bungee cords. I haven't been able to find any bungee cords that had elastic in them, but you can use hair ties if you can find them thin enough. I bought some hair ties from Dollar Tree, but they're a little bit thick. And anyway, then you want to take your elastic, and you can go on your machine and stitch it, or you can just tie it in a double knot. Okay, and then you just want to pull that round till your knot goes in your little casing right here. But we're going to do that on both sides. Into your channel, and do that on both sides, and there you have your mask. And then you can cut some coffee filters to fit right in there. Put a couple of layers in there, and then you can you know, like use this for a little bit and then give it a good wash, Let me do my other side. Okay, and then you see it kind of pops out and it'll fit right to your face. You get your elastic on, you just want to put it over your ears. And there you go. And you can kind of bend it to form against your nose. And if you're going to be wearing a lot, I've seen them make headbands, and they put little buttons on the headbands, and then you can actually hook the elastic to your headband instead of on your ears. I have kind of like a latex allergy in my ears because some people suggested using rubber bands, and there's no way I could use a rubber band. But anyway, that's it. That's a good little homemade mask. It's better than nothing. It's not a N95 mask by any means, but it will give you some level of protection. But anyway, y'all get out there, make something, be safe. Love y'all. Bye.